Here.
All right.
All right. Welcome to Rants and Raves number 66.5, because I didn't make it on Wednesday this week, and we got a couple things to rant about tonight. But we are quarking Gizzard Gary just a little bit, but that's okay. Gizzard Gary can handle it. He's a big boy. He's got his big pants on. He's got his big feathers on. He can handle it. He is the bird. Also, make sure to check out GunTube.org. That right there. Visit GunTube.org. Set up an account today. Upload some videos or embed some videos. Have some fun with that. But remember, if you make an account and you don't use a valid email address, and I get that your email address is bounced because you used a fake email address, your account gets deleted, because GunTube is not going to be liable for someone having a fake email account. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't. So check it out. Also, tonight, I'm drinking Big Red. Had a birthday party tonight for a family, so I'm not drinking any alcohol. Roll call here is pulling double duty by drinking alcohol for the both of us. Because
yes,
I want to mention this right now. Roll call is the older brother and best friend that I never had. So
there you go.
But anyways, guys, we don't have a lot of people out there right now. I guess everybody's watching the bird. Bird is the word and all that. But let me turn the GunTube logo off, and let's get to ranting and raving. So, roll call, something happened to you today that you got irate and did a video on. So, could you summarize what happened and what made you make the video?
All right. So I watched some of James Yeager's stuff. I watched some of his stuff. Some of it's interesting. In my area, I don't get to see a lot of the new guns that come out. I just don't. Some gun shops carry them, some don't. And then my gun shop, it takes forever to get something that's new into that shop. So that's why I watch some of his videos. Some of his training videos are interesting. I look at them and, certain aspects of that. The video that he made today about the non-compliance. I understand the concept, but it was poorly thought out. And telling people that cops are going to knock on your door and seize all the stuff that you have, and then plant child pornography in your house is totally uncalled for.
It sounds like somebody has skeletons in his closet.
I don't know. Maybe he does. I don't know. But then he goes on and talks about non-compliance. Well, there's sheriffs around this country and all across this country that are not complying with some of the laws, whether they be red flag laws or magazine laws. They're not going to comply to them. They're not going to enforce them. Well, then he says you're a coward. So you're calling all these sheriffs that showed up in Virginia that protested with the protesters cowards? I understand about no compliance, but this isn't 1775. This isn't the revolution. We have other means of communication. We don't sign letters and send them across the pond to King George. We don't do that stuff. We have the internet of boundless opportunities, which would be email, which would be videos or Facebook. I mean, there's so many ways that we can contact our legislators. And for him to sit here and say this stuff is fucking, it's foul. No pun intended, Gary. It's foul. That's the most ignorant shit ever. And is this guy going to be the first one lining up? Is this guy going to be the first guy that's going to line up and start this? Probably not. Look at the incident that happened with Whiskey Warrior. All these big-ass YouTube guys, and I understand, I don't listen to everything big YouTube channels talk about. I do take some advice on certain firearms, the functionality of them, all that jazz. Right. But when someone's telling you to do things that may or may not be illegal, I think you should look deep inside yourself. I don't expect everybody to go to my videos and say, that's what I'm going to do. I expect you to go explore the internet. understand some of the problems that I have with certain firearms or certain legislation. I mean, to abruptly say that, well, the patriots of yesteryears shot redcoats in the face, that's a true statement. But to say that's how it's going to be at this juncture in life, how it's going to be.
There's no redcoats anymore.
There's no more redcoats, so I don't know who he's talking about. So,
I mean, I'm wearing a red shirt, but that's only because it's Valentine's Day, man.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm wearing red. But I mean, that's some blatant shit. We've learned we should have learned our lesson when that lunatic.
Also drinking Big Red.
When that lunatic was told by the Democratic Party, like a bunch of them were saying, well, if you see these Republicans out and about, you fucking tear their lives apart. You yell at them. You do this. You do that. And they had the incident over there at the restaurant. And then all of a sudden, some guy shows up on a baseball field and starts killing people and wounding them because of rhetoric that is said by people that do this kind of shit.
I want to quote what Roll Call said in James Yeager's latest video. This is what he said. Just like the Whiskey Warrior guy, the Patriot of those days did shoot redcoats in the face, but we are more of a developed populace nowadays. They did just say time to revolt. You were drunk, weren't you?
No, they did that in the time to revolt because
they took the step that ultimately failed and had the revolution. I agree to disagree. And James Yeager, instead of being, the civil human being that he is, and I say that with all sarcasm, James Yeager said, "Luckily, nobody fucking asked you. Go make your own videos." That was his response. Instead of, I don't know, being a civil individual, and giving a comment that expands what his position or expands, or expands anything intelligent to say. He just comes out and says, "Luckily, nobody fucking asked you. Go make your own videos." Well, you know what, James Yeager, if you don't want fucking comments on your videos, turn the fucking button off.
I mean,
I like comments. I leave comments on my YouTube chat. Okay, my YouTube chat. People can comment during our live streams. I love comments. I love interaction. Okay, I don't like it when somebody lets people comment on their videos and then tears them a new one for commenting. Okay,
I know. It wasn't like I was.
If you don't care, that's fine. Go ahead.
I mean, I understand what the concept of it about being non-compliant and how we should rise up against that. But that's not how things are done, the way things were done back in the day. That's what I was trying to get at.
And maybe you could have stated it a little better, but his response just comes off like he's really looking for an ass whooping. I mean, I don't care how strong he is. If I need to hire someone to shove their boot up his ass, shit, I'd hire them in a heartbeat. Just because that's not the way to respond to somebody. I don't care who you are, what you do, what your purpose in life is. You don't come off saying that to somebody that is trying to have a conversation with you or trying to leave, at least a comment. And I don't do that. Look at all my fucking videos. Do you see me ripping people a new one like that? Ever? No, you don't see me being like that. You don't see me being like that because I'm not a useless waste of space. I can actually talk to people, have civil conversations. But apparently, this guy fell off the school bus on the way to school.
I mean, I understand some of the concept he was getting at, but we've learned our lessons about rhetoric. He hasn't learned his lessons. This is why he gets kicked off YouTube.
No. He wasn't there. He wasn't there at school when they had the conversation about rhetoric. He fell off the bus, remember?
He must have. I mean, this is the shit that the left does. that tries to provoke, tries to put people in a state of mind. We should all have learned this lesson when the Democrats do some of this shit that he does. There's a reason why YouTube keeps on kicking him off the platform. There's a reason why he has to make his own fucking internet shit. It's because he can't keep his fucking
I agree that
shut.
people don't believe me. But, okay, Budget, whenever somebody comments on your videos, yeah, you get snarky, you get a little sarcastic, so do I, but it's all in good fun, and we're doing it in a polite, civil way. But listen, I know your roll call could have said it, a little bit better. He could have done a bit more grammar, thought us comment out a little bit. But okay, but let me show you guys this. When this is your response, I'm sorry, but you don't get a free pass just because you're an ass. You don't get a free pass for a comment for a reply like that. You don't get a free pass. I'm sorry. James Yeager, go fuck yourself.
I mean,
you don't get a free pass for this. You could have said anything other than that as a response, and people would have respected you for it. But now, James Yeager, you've proven that you're such a piece of shit that you can't even hold a civil conversation with fellow gun owners. What the hell?
Well, that's another thing that I want to throw out there. Like, what if somebody that's on the fence or one of these people that we talk about wakes up one day and finds this video in his feed, and they look at it and they're like, this guy's a fucking complete jerk and he's a fucking complete nut. There's a reason why people don't ask him to speak at rallies, especially the big ones that go on. There's a certain, and I don't know the guy personally. I've only heard stories. I've only heard the spats with Yankee Marshall that he's had, and then some other people. I know Matt said some shit about him, but now you see why people don't ask this fucking guy to do stuff to help the gun community. And if he doesn't want to do it, then he doesn't want to do it. That's fine. But when people look at this guy's video and they say, what the fuck is this guy talking about? He's talking about cops throwing child pornography in somebody's fucking house. What a piss poor example. I mean, I see more cases that come out of Chicago that cops will plant drugs on someone to frame them, or a gun to do something of that nature. Child pornography, I highly doubt. I've never heard some cop coming into somebody's house and planning child porn in his fucking thing, unless it's Epstein, and that's why he got his ass hung. I mean,
but
this guy.
This is. If people are a dick in your Budget says, if they're a dick in my comments, I just delete and block them. That's your prerogative. It's your channel. Run it how you want. Congratulations. Yeager was a dick. No, I'm sorry. You have your dicks, you got your pussies, you got your assholes. And unfortunately, this comment reply he gave, instead of trying to cement his position of his video, or trying to, say, hey, trying to say something a bit more civil, or just delete the fucking, instead of just deleting roll call's fucking comment, he decided to skip dick, pussy, and went straight to asshole. Okay? So, you know what? I'm sorry, but this pisses me off. This is what's wrong with gun owners or people who say they're gun owners. Okay? That kind of language right there, that's not how you respond to your viewers or people who watch your videos. If you want people to continue watching your videos. No, that is not how you respond. And I'm sorry, but I will never respond to somebody, even if they're a dick, even if they're an asshole to me. I will not respond. I will either take Budget's method, or I will use sarcasm, or I will just not respond to comments like that. Because quite honestly, I'm a civil person. I understand how you're supposed to talk to people. And if this guy owns a business. Okay? I'm sorry, but if you own a business, you can't act like that. You cannot give responses like that. That'll get people to blacklist your business. I'm sorry, but this way of presenting himself does not help his case. It does not cement his position on his video, and it does nothing but, divide people who are already divided. So,
well, not only that, I've always
say on that.
I've always been interested in take one of his classes, but the way he was being and the way he says that shit, it's like, well, fuck you then. I can go down to Top Guns in Terre Haute and take a really good training fucking class. I don't have to go to fucking Jaeger to do that. But after hearing Ghost's experience there, where he said it was pretty cool, he learned a lot. Okay, but now that he wants to interact with me like that, like go fuck yourself, go make your own shit. Well, I'll go make my own way to find somebody else to train with. I mean, he won't give a shit because he's got thousands of other people that go into his classes. I can only imagine if you screw up a little bit in his class and this guy's on the fucking line screaming and bitching at you and calling you fucking names. You know, that kind of shit that doesn't resonate with me. I mean, I've seen it in some of the classes that I take where there's bonehead moves, but they've been corrected. They've been corrected in the proper manner. Okay. Fuck that guy.
Walk back. You know, we all know Jaeger wasn't a soldier. He was just, law enforcement that lucked his way into, a security detail / PMC / becoming a mercenary in Iraq. We all know that's how he got his start, more or less. Okay, but the thing about it is, if he had responded to that like that to you in Iraq or Afghanistan when you were over there, would you let him have said that to you face to face?
No, that wouldn't. He wouldn't even have said that. Those thoughts wouldn't even have crossed his mind. See, that's the difference. That's why I never compare my military lifestyle to everyday lifestyle. In the military, you have basically no freedoms. Your freedom is to fucking shut your mouth and do your job. The comments that he makes, the things that he says would never be tolerated in any form or any fashion. If you would be a fucking dick to either other soldiers or to top brass or whoever they kick his ass out or they just make him do the shittiest jobs. That's what they would do.
So what you're saying that even if he was in a security detail over there at that point in time, and if he had that kind of attitude, he would have gotten kicked out and sent home right away, wouldn't he?
Oh, fuck yeah, man! They don't tolerate that shit here in this world, in this life, I should say. We don't tolerate jackasses like James Jaeger. We say what we have to say to him like we are doing now. But when you put this guy in a military aspect, in a military setting, I highly, highly doubt he would say, I did so many fucking push-ups for my fucking jokes, my snarky comments. I had fucking really great biceps. What happened to him? I found out that there's more food on the outside of the military than there is in the inside of the military. So, I mean, you can't, that's apples and oranges comparing that shit. But the attitude, no, that attitude would not fucking fly. There's no, trust me, it happened to me. It happened to me at MEPS, at the Military Engineering Processing Station. I was doing push-ups in every fucking line for my smart ass remarks. So I slowly learned that real quick, that this is real. Shit's gonna get fucking down and dirty, and you're gonna have to straighten up. And I straightened up as time went on. But I mean,
did you ever interact with any security forces? Some like security companies or PMCs out there.
I've never been to Iraq. I've only been to Afghanistan, so I don't know. I've had friends that have been in Iraq. I've had tons of friends that have gone there. But have I ever? I've kind of saw personnel that wasn't military in certain aspects, but I never had an interaction with them.
Even if you didn't interact, you saw them. You were looking at them and looking at how were they were conducting themselves, right?
Yeah, they weren't what you saw in the movie.
No,
I'll tell you that. They were throwing hoods over your head and throwing you on a
shit like he was.
No. Since my buddy's in the CIA, and I've talked to him a little bit about this because he's a career military person. Me, that's not for me. I'm out of here. But just talking to him in the interactions, the shit you see in the movies isn't the shit that goes on there. He's told me some stories about private contractors and people that are there for whether it be shits or giggles or protecting assets as they call them or whatever you want to do. But I mean, no, I've never had a personal interaction in theater with anybody of his scale or that scale. So the shit you see in the movies isn't the real shit, from what my friend told me firsthand. And he's been in the military for what, 15 years now. So I mean, he's deep into that shit. I mean, he works for the CIA, for Christ's sake. I mean, but no, man, the whole point is the guy. I didn't like that fucking video. Okay, I didn't like the fucking video, and I sure didn't like the response. You know, I was somebody looking into his training. I was someone that watched his video. Fuck him now. I don't even give a fuck about his videos anymore. You know, fuck. I don't even give a shit about the guy, but interacting me with like that, you know, good thing nobody fucking asked you. Well, guess what? Good thing nobody fucking asked you anything about me either. You know what I'm saying? So let bygones be bygones. But if the guy wants to fucking say shit, let him say shit. It's not going to hurt my feelings. It's not going to put a tarnish on my honor, whatever honor I have left. It's not going to do anything. This just shows you that what people say about him in the gun community is true. He's an asshole. Yeah, like him or he's a like him or hate him kind of guy. Me, I only hate like a couple people. One's Elizabeth Warren.
I don't like him. I don't hate him, but I don't like him, and I don't want to associate with him at all. And I hope he keeps all his videos on Liber TV. And if YouTube still lets him have videos, then you know that's YouTube's prerogative. But if it was up to me, I'd delete it. I'd delete his account again just for shits and giggles.
I even made a fucking video to keep him on YouTube when YouTube kicked him off and deleted his channel.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was right.
I supported him. I did a video. I did stuff on Instagram to support him. And this is how he treats one of my friends? No. Sorry. He could have said anything snarky like he usually does to people. He could have said anything else other than that. But saying, luckily nobody fucking asked you, go do your own videos. Well, Newsflash! Here, we have breaking news flash for James Yeager right here. Roll Call does videos on YouTube, and so does Night Strike, because lo and behold, James Yeager isn't the only fucking asshole on YouTube. Who knew? Mind blown.
Hey, man. This shit comes with the territory. I mean, I've even angered the one and truly only Paul Harrell about saying Remington products are kind of shitty. So, I mean, I don't mean to call
Remington. You know if they're shitty or not.
Yeah, hey man, fucking if you want to buy an 870, I got one at the shop. You can come over there and buy that 870. When that fucking thing fucks up, like the guy called me yesterday trying to return his, hey, there's no return on firearms, pal. So I mean, it is what it is, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking banter over some guy, man. You know, this is just another guy. He's another personality. But I will tell you this: ever since the Whiskey Warrior thing, and people were really telling others to go and rescue this guy, stand outside of his house, I will never take that advice. I will never give that advice until everything is spelled out there in black and white or whatever. I will never tell people to go and possibly start committing crimes. That's basically what they were doing. And there was bigger YouTube channels than fucking James Yeager that were telling them to do this shit. That guy ended up being a wife beater, what was it? Violating his restraining order. Then he was breaking and entering, and then he got arrested after all this shit. Got arrested again. I mean, see, that's the kind of shit you got to watch out for. Look, man, like I said, I look at some videos on YouTube of some big fucking channels, whether it be Yankee Marshall, whether it be Matt from Never Enough Ammo, whether it be Paul Harrell. Fucking Mac from the Military Arms channel lives right on the other side of the county. But I'm not going to go and fucking put my life on the line without knowing any information. See, that's the difference. In the military, they give you information. They might not give you the huge critical points, but they tell you this shit is wrong. This is what you have to do. Go do it and execute what you have to do. Just getting on the internet and watching that guy's story, and he's getting fucking hammered off whiskey while cops are outside of his house because he's a fucking criminal. No, I'm not going to do that. I would never put any one of my great subscribers that stay with me. I greatly appreciate it, but I would never put them in that position to start choosing to start breaking laws when there's no fucking information about this shit. So careful what goes on there. Again, we've learned this shit with Steve Scalise being shot by a lunatic fucking Democrat. What that was told by the Democratic Party to go out, find Republicans, find these people that were on Trump's side, and fucking yell at them. Shame them in public. Isn't that what that one lady said, that Congress lady said? Shame them in public. And they found that guy at the restaurant. People will fucking latch on to this. You don't understand. The guy's got a big influence on YouTube. A lot of these big guys do on YouTube. They have a broad reach. But when you start stroking that with a broad stroke and telling people, well, we shot turncoats in the face, and implying that's what we should do today, I think you should look at yourself and say you're wrong. He looks at me as somebody that says something that's wrong but never stands corrected. And I always stand corrected when I'm wrong on something. I always admit when I'm wrong. He reminds me of a type of guy that I used to know back in the day that he could never be wrong. And if he was wrong, he wasn't wrong because he was always fucking right. And that's how I look at that guy. I don't give a fuck about James Yeager. James Yeager don't give a fuck about me. We can go on and do it. If I ever saw him, I'd shake his hand and say hello. And then I'd probably make some snarky fucking comment that would make him hate me even fucking more.
You would shake his hand and say hello. And by the way, you're not the only guy on YouTube, and I do fucking make my own videos. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. That was a great point. I didn't even think about making a video until he said it. I was like, oh fuck it, might as well. Thanks a lot, James. I got some views from it. So I mean, he's helping.
And I saw that, and he posted that to me. And I didn't believe that was really James Yeager. That James Yeager had said that because, you know, quite honestly, I believed that James Yeager had more tact than that. But apparently James Yeager has once again proven to the world that not only does he have no tact, but he's also one of the YouTube's largest assholes. So hey, there we go.
He's an asshole, man. I run into these guys that are assholes almost every day at the gun shop. I run into these assholes that drive like freaks on the road when it snows. I run into assholes every aspect of my life. It's nothing new, and it's never going to change. But I just want to reiterate, man, don't take advice of breaking laws potentially from YouTube people. Just don't do it.
No,
it's
do
not
your
working.
own research. Do your own research. Check the laws in your own state. You know, don't consult a lawyer if you're not sure. You know, do your own research in your state to make sure you don't break the law. Okay, don't listen to what some guy on YouTube says. Some guy on YouTube, he doesn't know all the laws in every freaking state. There's how many? There's like 50 states. Come on,
right?
He doesn't know all the laws. Nobody's gonna know all the laws. I don't know all of them. Your call doesn't know all of them. You know, not even Budget Guns and Gear knows all of them. Okay, the point is that check the laws in your state, check the laws in your city, your county, you know, everywhere. Make sure you got your bases covered before you do anything, period.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's so important to support your local and your state fucking organizations. These are the guys that are paid to research this stuff. Just like the GOA. The GOA is paid to fight these battles. They are researching this stuff constantly. That's what they're there for. I mean, yeah, it's always good to get out there and be involved, but unfortunately, all of us cannot be involved. Would I love that? Yes, but just like everybody else, all across the country, I have to work to support my family and pay my bills. That's how it goes. So always support your state and local organizations, because these are the guys that research these laws, and you can find them on their websites. I'm pretty sure you can go to any one of your state organizations and find the new laws, because laws are always changing. I mean, hell, look at Virginia. It seems Virginia is passing an anti-gun piece of legislation every couple of
And a
fucking days.
ban that also bans suppressors.
Yeah, I mean, their laws are always ever changing, so pay attention to those. There used to be a book. I don't know if they still sell them. I know at one of the local gun shops here, they sell it. It's the book of laws, state by state, and I've even had them say, make sure you research this shit, because we don't even know if these laws are going to be held, because laws are always changing from day to day, month to month, to year. So it's always good to go check your laws. But dogs are going crazy.
You better go let them out.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. But yeah, that's one thing that really set me off. It's seeing somebody who is supposed to be, he's not a pillar, not by any means, but he's supposed to be someone who people go to for training advice, actually. And to see him carry himself like that, that's just, no. Yes. The doggos need to be taken care of, yeah. He's going to either let them out or quiet them down. But to see another YouTuber act like that to a comment, if he didn't like the comment, he could have just deleted it. He could have said something snarky in return. Because I've seen him give snarky comments to other people. But when he just goes and says that, and says, go make your own videos, well, hell, Roll Call did go make his own video. And hey, I'm making a video on that video. So we're covering all the bases. But I don't like that. I will never do that to somebody. Ever. Because it's just wrong. You want to be an asshole, you be an asshole. But you don't do that publicly. Yeah. Bass Boy, no one's arguing with you. No one is arguing with you. I am disappointed in the way he responds to people who comment on his videos. I mean, if he's going to say that to Roll Call, good Lord, what he says to other people. He probably tells every other people to go jump in a ditch. Or some other thing. Or to let him jump in the ditch so they can get shot. Is that right? Probably. Either way, it's wrong, and, I am unhappy. I'm unhappy. So. Anyways. People want to go watch Budget Guns and Gear. He's getting ready to start up and do his show. So go check him out. Other than that, hope everyone had a happy Valentine's Day. What else? Yeah, remember, we did quark Gizzard Gary a little bit towards the end of his show. So if you don't, check out Foul Territory every Friday night whenever he starts it. Just make sure you click on the notifications on his channel. Click on the notifications on Night Strike 1 channel too, just so that we can, keep giving you the notifications every time we do something live or impromptu. So, yeah. I don't know if it's coffee or if we need some tranquilizers. I think we're a little too wound up today. But yeah, how's it going, Carvelis? It's just, I expected much more from someone who owns his own business and someone who's supposed to provide training services to people. And quite honestly, he's only proven, how low he actually goes.
So what do we got? Do we got any questions on the chat? Is anybody saying anything about this, or did I miss those?
Bass Boy is saying, like I said, the second time Yeager has said stupid shit to incite violence. Well, that's right. Yeager lost his concealed carry permit for the last set of comments. Okay. And he jumped in a ditch in Iraq while his team took fire. Well, if that's true, then that's.
I don't know. I don't know the story. We're not going to speculate.
I'm not going to speculate. All I know is that he was in a security detail, meaning he worked for a security firm / PMC. So in Iraq, and if he was even in Afghanistan, I don't think he was. I think he was mostly in Iraq. In Iraq, he was a mercenary. Okay, I'm not going to say niceties because if you're in a security detail and you're not in the Army or the Marines or the United States government military, then guess what? You're a mercenary working for the government. You decided you wanted a bigger paycheck. That's it.
Yeah, we don't speculate on rants and raves. We just tell the truth and then facts. We back it up with facts.
The guy in the comment says at Night Strike, would I have to change my name if I made videos? Guy that makes videos. Well, guy that comments, why don't you just make another YouTube account, guy that makes videos, and there you go.
Yeah, good idea.
Guy that makes videos. You don't need a separate account for the guy that uploads videos, because then you need to make an account that guy that uploads videos and guy that uploads and makes videos. You're going down a rabbit hole there, man. Man, just go with guy that makes videos as a second account and be done with it. This is my opinion.
Right.
Hold on. Taking cover from fire isn't anything to be shameful of. I've seen the videos, what Pancake Boy says. So...
I don't know that situation. I'm not going to comment.
I'm glad we got Pancake Boy here to set it straight. Yeah. Armdate says don't know enough about this to even ask a question, but it's Jaeger, so it's gotta be Poodoo. It is Bantha Poodoo. It is.
Yeah.
So hold on a second. I want to show you something. I'll be right back.
See, you mentioned Star Wars, folks. Yeah, I can't see the comments out there because I'm on my phone, but I know you guys are great. You guys out there are great. But when you mentioned Star Wars, he's on a whole different level.
They said poo, okay? And, I said poodoo, but again, same thing.
Jabba the Hutt used to say it was
guy that comments, a lot of mercenaries are former U.S. military, but he was not. He was never in the military. Before he went into his security detail, he was in law enforcement. And I don't know why he got out of law enforcement and decided to join a security detail. I don't understand that.
I wouldn't want to go over to that detail.
Anyways.
I would have retired with a pension.
But all I have to say is this is the way.
Mando
steel.
Oh. Wow.
From the Mandalorian.
There you go. From the Mandalorian.
And also, Roland, a friend of mine, Roland, made this, and he even put Velcro on the back of it too.
Yeah, the guy that does the J Frog chat. Who's that guy? The E Honda guy. He got some of that shit too.
Yeah,
he got some of that. He's gonna put it on his hat, folks.
There we go.
There it is.
There we go. Yeah, it's a little heavy.
How heavy is it? It's a little heavy.
A few ounces.
Few ounces? Hey, well, you should melt it down and make your shit on there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll have GunTube etched to the top corner. Clovertack melted all his to build the rifle. If I could build a rifle, I would, but I couldn't. But all I got was some Mando steel. That's it. Excuse me, Beskar.
Beskar, yeah.
Yeah. So. Remember, firearms are not. Mandalorian is not our race. It's our religion.
There you go.
In the Mandalorian, firearms are not his race. It's his religion. It's his way of life.
Yes.
So this is the way. So apparently, Bass Boy is also saying he left the police services because he was getting fired for insubordination, according to what I had heard. Well, I don't know all the ups and downs, and I'm not going to speculate on that. Remember, it's not a race; it's a creed. It is. It's also my religion.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Roll call 219. Can't see the chat. Could you ask him my question? Well, ask a question.
Okay.
Okay. He said, roll call 219. When were you in the Army? If you got shot at, would you just stand there or move to cover? It depends on what position you're in.
Yeah, it all depends what goes on. I mean, you always take cover when you get shot at, but you always got eyes down range. You always got eyes down range. You're always putting yourself in a good enough position to keep focused. I'm not gonna hide myself where I can't see. I mean, unless the shit is close. If the shit is like right next door, you got no choice but to put your head down. You've got no choice. Right. But I mean, usually you got shot from far away, and the rounds didn't reach you as quick as you would think they would, but they reach you. But I mean, you always kept your eyes downrange, man. You always kept your eyes downrange, unless these guys are like right on top of you, and the bullets are whizzing by your head. If the bullets are whizzing by your head, you got no choice but to duck your head. Either that, or you're gonna have a permanent cavity in that head. Just that simple. Just that simple. And it was the beginning of the Afghanistan story. It was called Enduring Freedom. That's the fucking title. Yeah. Operation Enduring Freedom. That's what that one was called. So it's been a decade since I was ever there. So
yeah, but the funny part is we still have troops over there doing the same damn thing. Hey,
go watch that Fluker. Go watch that Fluker and look at those guys that were just in that battle in Iraq. I didn't see none of them ducking their head, and they were getting shot at. Whether they're stupid or not, you make your determination. I always kept my eyes downrange. Unless that shit was danger close, I kept my eyes downrange. I made sure, because sometimes you never know where it's coming from. But when you do know where it's coming from, keep your eyes downrange, and you start maneuvering. You start calling things in. I mean, I never like participated in like the shit in Ramadi or things of that nature. It was just, wax on, wax off. That's what that was, man. You'd be engaged for, 5 to 10 minutes. And then it'd be silent the rest of the day, but I didn't have that many opportunities due to my MOS. My MOS was different. And then my role was ever changing in there. I've even worked with people from the 10th Mountain Division. So, I mean, my role was ever changing because there was a time in my life where, I looked at it and said, I want to experience this. Let's go do this. I'll volunteer to go. Some people lost friends there. Some people lost other people there. And hey, I was always volunteering to fill in, and I got to meet new people. I got to talk to new people. I don't know how many times that you guys have seen it, but when the wall is always transferred around the country at times, they have an Afghanistan wall. They have an Iraq wall. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those, and I've seen them. Where they put their little names on those plaques, and I've seen them here when it was over there at Purdue University over there, and I've seen many of the people that I know on that wall. So I mean, I'm blessed for being here, but you have to understand, when you're in that situation, you don't really know. That's why I'm not going to speculate on what James's spot was. Maybe the shit was hitting the fan, man. You never know. So I'm not going to speculate on mine. I was never at that point where, holy shit, these people are across the fern, or these people are, 2 clicks, or shit like that, man. It was never that intense. Never. Usually they took shots at you when you were in a truck. When you were driving in a truck, they took shots at you. That's how my buddy got it. He got it because he's driving a truck and they blew him up with an IED. That's why it wasn't so bad when Salami got killed. Fuck that guy. He blew up my buddy, or he gave somebody that aspect in their life to create that bomb that blew up my best friend. What the fuck? That's why I don't give a fuck if that guy died or not. I mean, he called me from his fucking hospital bed crying and shit. He thought he was going to lose his leg. How would you fucking react? Again, you can't duck your head for that shit. You can't hop in a fucking ditch for that shit when they blow a fucking bomb up. And seeing that guy's truck, how he survived that shit, I have no fucking idea. No idea. Kudos to that guy, because he could have been on that wall. You never know. But yeah, it's different situations. I don't speculate on anybody else's bullshit that they've done in their life.
We're not speculating. If anything, we're just commenting just a little bit, but only because he pissed me and roll call off.
Was I fucking scared? You're fucking right, I'm scared. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. When you have these people going on there, and he should know this too. When you have people coming on there telling you to create civil unrest, raise your hand, put a thumbs, put a number 1 in the chat. How many times you've been shot at? And just not so much in the military. How many times have you been shot at outside of that, out in the real world? I've been shot at a dozen of times in my lifetime growing up. Living life, just growing up as a kid, been shot at tons of times. It's not fun. It's not for everyone, folks. So I mean, if you've ever been shot at and you've really sustained that kind of experience, you should know that there's certain guys that don't stand behind a keyboard every day. There's other people that have actually experienced this, and that's why we talk on the lighter side of shit. That there's different options to this. I mean, fuck, man, getting shot at is not fun. Watching your friends die is not fun. And I mean, and I beg to question anybody that says you're ready for the boogaloo and you'll be the first one stacking. I say that all the time, because if you've never done it, you're going to fucking flip out. At times, and driving through Gary at times and hearing gunshots, you kind of get the jitters, man. You kind of get the jitters, and that shit flows through you. You get that adrenaline. If you've never fucking experienced that in your life. I've been through
Gary. I know. Gary, Indiana is not a place you want to go through.
It's no fucking joke, man. And a lot of people make fucking fun of Chicago, and they talk shit about Chicago, and they see this new stuff. I've been in Chicago and been shot at in Chicago. It's not fucking fun. It's the real shit. It's something you really don't want to experience. That's why I don't go to these places anymore. And if I do, I stay on the highway and I get the fuck out of Dodge, man. That's exactly what you do. I mean, in the military, you don't have that option. In real life, you got that option to hit that pedal, man, and get the fuck out of Dodge. I mean, it's nothing to bolster about. I think, again, going back to the original spat, we have different means nowadays, to communicate, to put out our message, to kind of be kind of non-compliant with some of the things our lawmakers do, and that's why we call them, we write them, we email them. Every fucking lawmaker has a Facebook page or a Twitter. And if you don't like Facebook and you don't like Twitter, I totally understand, because I get shit on Facebook and Twitter all the time. People talk shit to me. Those anti-gunners talk shit to me all the time on Twitter or Facebook or whatever it be. But those lawmakers, those people that these internet personalities refer to, they all have Facebooks. You can hit them up there. Pete Buskowski, I talked to him.
Nobody's arguing that. Gary, Indiana is not a place anyone wants to go. Okay,
no, that place.
You don't even want to drive through it. But sometimes with those back roads in Indiana, you have no choice.
Yeah, man. I one day, if I feel like it, I'll drive through Gary. I'm not gonna go into the parts, especially on the west side of Gary and down into those the I call them the slum parts, past the fucking steel mills and shit. I'll drive through there and you can see what you fucking deal with. There's dilapidated houses. I mean, you walking down there, I'd be fucking freaking. I mean, it's not like walking through downtown Chicago or something like that until you get into the west side of Chicago and you start walking over there by the whatever the baseball park is on that side of town. That's fucking nuts. I mean, it's kind of bad over there on the north side at times at night, but you don't want to be in these spots. You just don't want to be in, I hate to say it, but Democratic controlled fucking areas, portions of the country. You really don't. It's not good, folks.
Okay, Midnight Range, you're going on a tangent about Jaeger. You know, okay, we weren't saying anything. You know, we don't have, we don't know him well enough. But when Roll Call doesn't articulate as well as he probably should, he doesn't deserve a response like that from a YouTube video. Okay.
I said, just like the Whiskey Warrior guy, the Patriots of those days did shoot redcoats in the face, but we are a more developed populace nowadays. They did just say, time to revolt. They took the steps that unfortunately failed, and they had the revolution, and I agreed to disagree with what James said. That's why I said when they started sending letters to the King George, and King George sent them back and said fuck off, they had no option. We have options. We don't have to take it to the extremes those patriots did. Maybe one day, I don't know, but we have so many other options, so many routes to take in this life to not compromise, but set forth the goal of beating back anti-gun legislation. They had to do it. They had to do it back then. I'm not saying it was wrong for them. They had no fucking choice. We have choices.
Yeah.
Everybody has a choice in life. There's a cause and there's effect of your choices.
That's not the kind of response you want to give if you're a public figure. And unfortunately, James is a public figure. He owns his own business. And if a business owner, I don't care whether he doesn't have to be the best person in the world. He can be the shittiest person in the world for all I care. Okay? But when you're a public figure, this is your response to somebody who comments on your videos. You can delete the comment, you can give a smarky comment, or you can just not respond. But I never respond like this to anybody on my YouTube videos. No matter what videos I have, I don't respond like this. I'm never going to respond like this. And this kind of shit should not be tolerated. Okay?
I mean, that dude can run that guy can run his channel and he can say whatever he wants to say. But there's reasons why he keeps on getting kicked off platforms. There's a reason why he had to go and make his own shit. There's a reason for that, because he's not a well-spoken man, and I would call him crude. I would call him crude in some. Am I saying he doesn't know a fucking lick about anything? No. I'm just saying his speaking habits and watching some of his live streams and just doing the things. I've done it. You guys have all seen me do it. But I at least when I get one of the people that cuss at me on my comments, I either don't respond.
He used the F word instead of. He used the F word in front of asked, by the way.
Well, it is what it is, man. The guy, I disagree with the guy, and we can agree to disagree, and we can call it that way. I'm not calling out for his masculinity. I'm not calling out what he did in the past. I'm just saying that's fucking.
I don't care what he did.
Fucking way I
don't care what he did. What he did in the past. All I care is what he just did to Roll Call and said. He's like, he says. Luckily, nobody fucking asked you. Go make your own videos. Look, I got news flash for you, James. He does make his own videos. He went and made one. You're not the only one on YouTube. Hell, your ass got banned from YouTube more than once, I assume. So what the fuck are you still doing here? Go to Libra TV. Get the fuck off YouTube.
I mean, it's just, we can sit here and talk about this fucking guy until we're blue in the face.
I don't want to. I want to move on. So
we can move on from it. And I want to thank everybody that is commenting on this stuff. I want to thank Midnight Range TM if he disagrees or he has some kind of more input to put on this. I'm not going to shut you down because you make a comment. I'm not gonna insult you unless you insult my intelligence. And a lot of people will say, well, what happened with you and Roosted? Well, he insinuated something about my wife, and I don't go there with people, and I don't tolerate that, and I don't tolerate being called a liar, and I don't tolerate certain aspects of that shit in my life. You know, I'm not here to fucking lie to people. I make zero fucking money off YouTube. I think my deposit on Patreon was $19, and I saved. And I want to thank each person that donated from Patreon because we're getting fucking stickers. And I have Rants and Raves stickers in the fucking mail because of the people on Patreon. And I want to fucking thank you guys. You know what I'm saying? I bought some ammunition. I can't even show the shit that I have. I got a D drum that we're gonna run through my AR. Thanks to the guys on Patreon for the ammunition. Thanks to my boss for letting me borrow the fucking D-drum, man, to run ammunition through this shit. Getting help back there. Bass Boys offered tons of times to fucking lend me the firearms. I just gotta find the fucking time to do this stuff. What people don't understand about my channel is I don't have time all the time to fucking do shit like James Yeager does, like all these other big YouTube guys. I work a 9-to-5 job. You know, I help my boss keep that place together. I help my boss keep guns selling in that place. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have to do to pay my fucking light bill and to have these fucking great things that are behind me that I can't fucking show on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know, I have the obligation. I got 4 fucking kids, 2 dogs, and Cindy who has a purse addiction. So what does that fucking tell you? I got shit to do. I never use my Patreon money to pay my bills. Yeah, I never use my Patreon money to pay my bills. I don't put the lights on with that shit. I use my fucking paycheck. That's what that's for. And that's why we're getting stickers for the channel and stickers for fucking Rants and Raves. It's because everybody fucking put in. I put in for the stickers for the channel, and the stickers that are for Rants and Raves was paid by Patreon because I don't have fucking 200, 500 fucking Patreons. I just don't. Some people don't like my content. Some people hate my shit, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the fucking people that chucked in a couple of bucks this month so we can get this shit made. I'm greatly appreciated for it, and the stickers are cool. And the channel stickers are coming from Owl and Anchor. So take that for what you will, because you're going to get a fucking quality product.
Absolutely. So there we go on that. I did want to rant about something that happened this week that really pissed me off. Did you hear the red flag laws went through in New Mexico?
Yeah, I heard about that. Jarrett from Guns and Gadgets said something about it.
Yeah, Two Gun Kitty, the catnip outlaw. He was talking about it. He posted some things about it on Twitter. He's been talking about it, off and on, in the comments when we do hit or miss. And I just want to let you guys know, it wasn't perceived as how was the comment perceived as an attack? There was no attack. So,
well, I didn't want it to seem like an attack. If it seemed like an attack, I apologize for that. I'm sorry, James. Sorry, James. I apologize for that. I mean, what the fuck? It's common fucking knowledge, man. It's common fucking knowledge.
But you know what? You know what else? I've got Moxie.
What the fuck is Moxie? What is that shit, dude?
It's cream soda.
Cream soda. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that stuff. Jared did something about, hey, Two Gun Kitty, I'm with you, man.
Yeah,
Maybe
so,
I'll sell some of fucking purses down here and I'll fucking go to New Mexico. They already had their rally, didn't they? I think G-Web went to that fucking rally.
They had their rally, and the red flag laws went through, and oh my God, New Mexico's turning into old Mexico. It's sad to say.
The only thing you're going to have is 22.
Yeah.
They're going to outlaw everything else.
I don't think they'll even let you have 22. They won't even let you have cap and ball.
Right.
It's gonna be that bad. Where only the cartels have guns in New Mexico.
Yeah, no shit, man. I mean, I don't. That's why I'd say this. I say this to people outside of fucking YouTube and all the shit that I do on here. You know, talk to your legislators, talk to your friends, talk to your family. Fuck, hell, whatever you're doing in that aspect, I commend you for it. Are we going to beat down every piece of anti-gun legislation? I would love to. But it's just at this point, it's not feasible. There's too much going around. But if it comes up in your state like it did over there in New Mexico, I feel for you. I feel with the people of Ohio. I feel with the people of Virginia. Keep fighting. Keep doing this stuff. We talked. Me and G. I was on the Daily Gun Show with G-Webs. And we talked about, what is that called? Ghost had something about the compact, where all those states are going to get together and they're going to think about a way to make it where anti-gun legislation is not going to be rendered in those states. That it's going to be struck down by the Second Amendment. I commend them. If they can find a way to do that, that would be great. So now start calling your governors. Start asking them if you can be involved in that. Just because your states don't connect doesn't mean you can't become involved in that kind of stuff. I don't know the full details about it. Sounds good to me. I hope there's no kind of backdoor bullshit to it. But hey, you never know. But hey, that's a fucking shame. And now, is that law now? Is that red flag law now law? Or did it just come out of committee?
I think it's just been, I don't know if it's been signed by the governor yet, but I think it came out of committee. It's out of the House and the Senate. I don't know if the governor signed it or not, but New Mexico is in for a fight, and I'm really pissed off about this. I'm also pissed off at what's going on in Connecticut. Luckily, the 50% tax on guns failed in Connecticut, but now the same person that proposed that 50% tax is now trying to go. They're trying to do a 35% ammunition tax to fund gun violence prevention. Which, if you want to fund gun violence prevention, okay, remove restrictions. If you want gun-free zones, hire security or hire law enforcement strictly to patrol those gun-free zones, and bam. There you go. You're preventing violence. But no, taking stuff away from the people, unnecessarily taxing the people for their constitutional right does not make it more. It doesn't make it safe. It does not prevent gun violence. All it does is add to it.
Well, I want to put this in perspective, and I don't want to harp on the James Yeager shit, but what if somebody needs 1,000 rounds to go participate in one of these classes? Because I went to a class and I had to have 1,000 rounds. So you imagine paying 35% tax for every round for 1,000 fucking rounds and whatever, because everybody's ammunition costs fluctuate throughout the country. So could you fucking imagine that if you need 1,000 fucking rounds for some kind of training session because your state says that you have to have some kind of training and education, correct? So could you fucking imagine you paying fucking money to get your fucking card, which we shouldn't fucking have, and then going to shoot a couple hundred rounds through a target? How much that would fucking cost you? No, it's blatant bullshit control. Budget Guns and Gear says it all the time. It's not about the guns. It's about the fucking control. And this is a little back way fucking thing that these little bastards that put forth this legislation do to trample the Second Amendment. Now they'll fucking tax you out of that bitch. If they can't come in your house and put child pornography all over your fucking floor, they're gonna tax your fucking ass to death to get that shit. Yeah, I can't forget drugs either, because that's more common than fucking child pornography. But I'm just saying that shit's hideous.
We have to make a joke at Sarge's, on Sarge. Him going and planting evidence, all around somebody's car just so he can arrest them and get that ticket money.
Yeah, like that motherfucker's got time to do that. He's too busy eating apple fritters and shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here with that, dude. That's fucked up. No, Sarge is a good guy. Yes, you should go check out his channel.
We are joking. Check out C4 Defense's channel. Check out Sarge. He's a good guy. Yeah, he can take the jokes. He can take the jokes and he can dish them out too.
Oh, yeah.
Just let him know you're taking a picture of him before you take a picture of him. Otherwise, yeah.
I mean, but I think that's bullshit. This lady doesn't really know what she's doing. She put forth that bullshit bill. Even Elizabeth Warren has taken a little bit of a stance on this shit about taxing ammunition. I mean, I don't know about you, man, but I'm tired of fucking taxes. I think we're taxed enough. I mean, you don't even own your fucking house after you pay it off because you have to fucking pay taxes to fucking own the house. You don't even fucking own your own house now because you got to pay your fucking property tax for it. So technically, you don't even really fucking own your house because guess what? Stop paying your property tax. Guess what you're going to take? Everything on your fucking property. That's how that works. We can agree to disagree on taxes, but 35% on ammunition. Could you imagine 35? So let's say your 9mm, your brass, your standard fucking American Eagle 115 grain is $13.99 a box. Add 35% tax to each round. This is what that lady has fucking, for each round, 35% tax. Imagine there's 50 rounds in a box of just some Full Metal Jackets and shoes. Yeah, that's a foot. And you need to go take a training class to get your permit, and then you got to have like 100, 200 fucking rounds. Get the fuck out of here with that. It's not feasible. Especially, what if somebody's making like $8.75, $9 an hour, something in that range? They're not going to be able to afford that shit. They're not going to be able to fucking afford that shit. So it's more backdoor gun legislation bullshit. Fuck those people. Fuck those people that think of this shit too. Talk about rotten people. I would give them the shittiest Christmas present. I would shit in a bag, and that would be the shittiest Christmas present they would ever do. Because I would fucking shit in a box, wrap it up, fucking beautiful fucking box. They open that box, and there's just a big piece of roll call 209 shit in it. Fucking horrible people. Horrible.
Wow. Okay, we're going to end it on that note.
All right.
So, we've run into the ground. And NY Outcast proves a good point. The police departments, even in Connecticut, can't afford the ammo as it is because of how Connecticut deals with guns and ammo in Connecticut. So, again, just... It's a shitty situation that's happening in Connecticut, and we need everyone who's out in that area to call your senators, your representatives, write them, snail mail, email, do whatever you can, schedule a meeting, go down and talk to them, but let them know that you aren't going to stand for this. Otherwise, it's happening.
Let me let everybody know on a little tip. If you request a meeting with your representatives, they have to fucking talk to you. They have to talk to you. They can't just say, nope, we're not talking to you. They have to talk to you. So if you have to go to the lengths of talking to these people face to face, they have to fucking talk to you. Unless your state legislature is different in terminology or something, go research that shit. I think here in the state of Indiana, they have to fucking talk to you, man. They have to fucking talk to you. If you try and play some kind of meeting with them, they got to talk to you, man. You're part of the people. You know, you're part of the people. They have to listen to what you say. They might not like what we have to say. You know, all gun laws are unconstitutional and all that shit, but they have to listen to you. So I encourage everybody to call your legislators, keep an eye on them, even the ones that haven't really, you know, nothing's happened in your state. Just keep an eye. Keep your ear to the ground. Make sure if you hear some rumblings about it, that you contact these people and you contact the representatives that are definitely against some of this stuff, and put forth an effort and be part of the cause. Because if you're one of these people that just sits on the sidelines and doesn't want to get involved, you're part of the problem. I'm sorry, you're part of the problem.
So guys, shout out to the people in New Mexico and fight the red flag laws that just happened. You know, fight the 35% ammunition tax in Connecticut. And James Yeager, you've only proven you're a bigger asshole than I am. So, you know, congratulations. You know, if I cared enough, I'd give him a golden turd trophy for asshole of the year, and that's it. Anyways, we're moving on. We're getting out of here. So, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Take it easy, and we'll see you guys next time.
Catch you on the next one.
Shall not be infringed.
No fringes.
No fringes.
I think Budget's gonna have his going on. Give him the border.